was on it, yeah.
I'm in front of me see you panicana. Pane rodi hotter than a sauna. Analisa Daniela Misicala. Bobu girl, bobu say the water. Send me get a text.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I've missed a week out when it comes to uploading. I basically had my dissertation due and it was due yesterday. So now I've got that big piece of work out the way. I'm ready to just carry on, get back into YouTube. I did like a question suggestion thing, I think a couple of weeks back, and a common one was get ready with me. Obviously, I know that my audience is mixed. There are boys that do watch my videos. For a lot of you, makeup isn't your thing. It might be, you know, that's up to you. So I'm going to be talking while I do my makeup. I've got an event that I'm going to tonight, and I'm planning to serve looks. I can't come and be hurting myself for eyebrows, especially in this life, honestly. If you see me reaching this way, it's because my makeup box is on this side of me and my brushes are here. So if you see me reaching, that's why. So the makeup pencil I use is by Beauty Forever. They sell it in the hair shop. It's literally like $1.29 or something like that. And actually my brows are quite thick. So I don't need to do the most. So I don't feel the need to spend big coin on eyebrows. That's just me. If you're into that, then I'm not gonna come here and try to fault you, because obviously it's each their own. So I'm back and I have brows. So for me, the next step is eyeshadow. I'm not gonna lie to you, I feel like even to get comfortable, because obviously I have darker skin, right? As in, it's obvious. I literally used to hate it so much, and I don't, this isn't something that I've really spoken about in terms of like public platforms and stuff, but I used to hate it so much. My school was predominantly white. It's not even, it was more of an insecurity, because I think when you're at that age and you're seeing, you know, people are starting to like each other and boys, like I didn't used to get attention from boys. This is a bit deep for Get Ready With Me, not gonna lie to you, like I didn't really expect to be here, like, you know, spilling out. So real quick before I carry on, I'm gonna be using the Jaclyn Hill Morphe. Yeah, as I was saying, like, it never used to bother me because I was like, oh, I'm missing out. It will bother me because there's no one in this school that even looks at me and thinks, oh, right, she's all right. And that builds insecurity inside you, because then you start to move on and then you start to literally think that you're not like worthy of anything. So it wasn't until I'd literally come to uni and I'm having people tell me, oh, I love your skin, like I love your complexion, and that's literally, hearing things like that, I was like, in my head I'm like, really? Honestly, I didn't love the colour of my skin until uni, and obviously from that point I just embraced it. In my family, my skin colour has never been seen as a negative, so it was never built in me from my family home. It was always from outside and from other people. I had friends at school who were able to just go to Boots and they could literally pick up a L'Oreal or any type of foundation shade. That was never me. I was forced to go higher end. I was forced to go to MAC. I was forced to go to Bobbi Brown, because back then the shade ranges were straight up trash. And I don't know if you can relate, but when it came to MAC, everyone was NC45, NW45, even me. Do you know what I mean? Even me, I was pushing NW45 until obviously we discovered more shade ranges, and then I realized I was more NW50. Sorry, I'm using like a darker brown, because it's taken me a long time to get where I am today in terms of accepting that my skin is, you know, beautiful, being a dark skinned person, and ingraining in me and getting self-hate and getting out of that. It took a while, but obviously now I'm here. Life is lit on the other side. And so great just meeting people and making friends. Even having black friends. I didn't have black friends until university. And when I explain this to a lot of my friends currently, they literally think I'm mad. It opens you up to like, is this really what I've been missing the whole time? Like, it's lit. You can just relate about so many things, and I can relate more to them than I related to a lot of the friends I went to school with, because certain things they wouldn't understand. A lot of the black friends I have, I started off when I was in like my first year of university. The majority of them were Nigerian, and it literally gave me, I was literally in an insight of what it was like to be friends with Nigerian people. Nigerian people are really fun people to be friends with. Like they're really easy to talk to, they're really cool. A couple of my best friends have Nigerian heritage. One is fully Nigerian and the other is half Nigerian, half British. They bring vibes that they're lit all time is banter. It's just positive vibes only. And then one of my really good uni friends she's Zimbabwean, and then like I kind of dipped into that kind of crew of girls who was Zimbabwean, and them two, and like you see certain similarities in your cultures and certain things that you can both relate to, and it's so amazing. Honestly, it's so amazing. Like, I love it so much. This year I've met so many like Ugandans that are from where I'm from, and you know, we can speak the same language and we can banter in Luganda and we can have so much fun, and it's a vibe because you get a sense of community because when you have that similarity of, oh okay, you know, we're both from the same place or whatever, it allows you to, for one, you both end up, you know, appreciating like, wow, I found someone else. It's a sense of home because you can both relate to the things that you're doing. I can't talk when I cut my crease, so I will be back when my crease is cut. I'll see you in 2. So we're back and my crease has been cut. I don't know if I mentioned earlier, I use LA Girl Pro Conceal in Fawn. Honestly, uni life right now is, now that I've just finished my dissertation, it's about to be a lot simpler than it was before. I've met so many people this year alone at university who are lovely, who are always going to be part of the journey, and who I'm always going to you know, remember. And I think you really, when people used to say, oh yeah, you're gonna find like your life friends at uni, I used to think, oh, but my school friends, but I don't really talk to my school friends anymore. Anyway, because I know you want to hear the tea, let's fast forward to my school friends. Okay, so we saw each other quite a lot in the first couple of years, but obviously naturally when you do go to university, I'm not saying you forget about like people that you knew before and you forget your home friends, but because you make new friends, naturally you won't you know, be dedicating as much time to the friends you left behind, because you don't want to be, you know, secluding yourself because, oh, you only want to keep your friends that you had at home. So naturally, you know, we'd all be making our own friends at university and stuff, and you know, we'd always be keeping in contact, we'd always be speaking. So there's one guy in particular who'd host us around at her house, and it was lovely. It was great vibes. Like, her parents are so lovely, and even the rest of her family. I've met a lot, you know, some of her aunties and her cousins. Her family has always been so inviting, and that's one thing I can never fault, is how inviting like her family was. Some of them are closer than each other. I was the furthest away, so for me, I wouldn't see them as often as maybe they'd see each other, but when it did come to holiday times, I'd make the effort. No, I've realised I've been talking for ages and I'm only just on my eyes. I'm gonna continue this story. Let me just finish. I'm gonna finish my eyes and come back because I'm wasting your time here. Okay, quick tip. For those of you who wear lashes, Weave Bond is your friend. This stuff will stick down your lashes in 30 seconds, honestly. No cap. What you guys did not do is judge me for the wing on either side. I know this one's straighter than that one. It's because I want to put my foundation and I'm going to cut it with concealer. So when I cut it with concealer, trust me, at that point, it's going to start making a lot of sense. But until then, I need just bear with. I'm going to prime my face with Benefit's Professional Primer. But yeah, let me carry on this story. As I was saying, my foundation shade is Deep Ebony, by the way, if you wanted to know. It's the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop. Pause first, yeah, before I come and continue the story. Why? Do you know, I was realising the other day, I think it was this weekend even, that God really gave me enough forehead for 3 people. Like, What's that one all about? Make it make sense, please. So this girl whose family I've met and who I've been to, she's like, oh, I don't want to go out because of a family party. And obviously, listen, she's known for having family parties and stuff. And obviously being a festive period, she would have had a lot of like times where her family would have, you know, come together and the family would have chilled. Then her cousin was also in our friendship group. So our cousin, he was like, oh yeah, obviously same. And we were like, cool, duh, makes sense. Do you know what I mean? Why would you not be there? We were like, cool, that's expected. Then other people were like, oh yeah, you know, sorry, I can't come out that day. And there's another girl in the group chat who is literally this girl's best friend, and they've known each other since they were really, really young, and all their families are really close. And pretty much every family event this girl's invited to, so obviously as expected, when they're talking about family party, naturally, I just assumed that this girl was going to be there. It makes sense, as in, that's just, you know, how it was gonna be. Then in the past, like I said, I've been to, you know, this girl's family parties before. If she invites me around, even if I don't go out, I'll always try my best to be able to make it just to chill with them before they do decide to go out anyway. So it's not like I've been absent and not going to places, because that's gonna help the aid of the story. So now that, you know, that day has come, I'm on Snapchat. And I'm looking, you know, through people's stories and stuff. And I see a Snapchat of, you know, the girl's family party. And I'm thinking, oh, you know, you look like these people look like they're having fun, da-da-da-da-da. That's all fine. Then I see her cousins in the Snapchat. What? So is the best friend. I was like, you know, normal, standard. Then I'm seeing another girl from the group chat there, and the other girl from the group chat there, and I'm like, and then the other guy from the group chat there, and I'm just there like, I know for a fact, right, I've not missed an invite to this thing, because normally when it comes to her inviting all of us, she just put it in a group chat. So she'd just be like, oh guys, by the way, family party, roll through. Do you know what I mean? You guys can come. I'd really like you guys to come. That's normally like the standard of how it goes. So here's me thinking, oh listen, like I know I'm not mad, and I know, you know, I've been in a group chat. I don't think I've missed her coming to tell us that she invited us to, you know, her house. So I'm like, you know what, yeah, let me not just like assume. One thing I am not is mad, right? So let me go back. Before I even start to, you know, talk to people and ask such questions of why I wasn't invited, let me first go be smart and go troll back through the group chat and just see that, oh yeah, you know, maybe I missed it. Because if I missed an invite and that's my bad, then that's just it. That's just my bad. I'm here, I'm going through the group chat, you know, I'm trying to see, and I don't see any messages. I see nothing, like nothing, absolutely nothing. So I was just there like, wait a minute. Like, wait a minute. I found out that she hadn't posted in the group chat, so it was literally a case where I just wasn't invited, which it bothered me because I kind of sat here like, we're all friends, and if you didn't want to invite me, you spoke about it in the group chat. Do you know what I mean? As if, you know, no one else in the group chat was invited. So I wouldn't have felt left out if it was just you and your family and you didn't bring anyone. But the fact that you brought everyone in the group chat to your family party but me, it did kind of sting. So we're here now, next day, and I'm like, you know what, yeah, let me message one of the girls. So it wasn't the girl who threw the event, but it was one of the girls in the group that I think I felt I was closest to and I could like share the most with. So obviously I'm here, like, sis, like, oh, I saw you guys were all at so-and-so's family event yesterday. I wasn't invited. I tried checking the group chat. I wanted to come to you and talk about it. Because before I, you know, tried to talk about it in the group chat altogether, I'm using Mac. mineralized concealer in NW45. So I'm just, you know, I wanted to just come to you first. And I was like, I really could have done with this, because in December, I was, you know, stressed out a lot, exams and personal life and uni and all of these, you know, everything was just on top of me at that time. And I really could have done with, like, you know, like a fun time with your friends, just for like a night to just, you know, forget about everything and just to chill. So obviously I've sent this message to this girl, and she replied and she was like, oh, sorry you're having a bad time, Aish. I can't meet up with you because I've got exams, but I'll see you soon, or something along those lines. But she just emphasised that she couldn't meet up with me. But that I'd never asked her in my message to meet up. So I'm here thinking, okay, she's either not read it properly or she's just not understood. So I messaged her back. I was like, oh no, I wasn't asking to meet up with you. I just wanted some advice. She added me. She didn't reply. So I was like, you know what? Cool. That's fine. You've made your bed now. So from this point on in my life, you're going to lie in it, because I'm not going to come back. I'm not a fool. And what's funny to me is she sat here like, oh yeah, I'm really busy with exams and revision. Next day she was out with someone else, and she posted it on her Snapchat. And one thing in this life I'm not is a fool. I've not got a mug written on my forehead. And one thing I find so funny is that we're all adults in this life. Why can't people just be honest? If you didn't want to talk about it or whatever, or you could have just come to me and said, you know what, Aish, like, oh, I don't want to talk about it or whatever. Or you could have at least, you know, if you didn't want to help, just gone differently about it. But there's no need to like lie and say, oh, I'm really busy, I don't have time to meet you, even though I didn't ask to meet you. But then the next day or whatever, and even days after, you're out and you're being social and you're meeting up with people, because that's just backwards. Like, what's the point? There's no point in being fake, and there's no point in lying. So at that point, I was like, cool. I don't think there's anyone else in this group chat that I can talk to. I've tried talking to one of you. So impulse me, I was like, cool, I just left. That's basically it. And it's just because lack of communication, I really didn't appreciate. Plus, just being so like fake about situations. If you didn't want to see me or whatever, that's cool. But from that point, I've seen how you behave and I've seen how you are. I'm not even in a point of like bitterness. It comes from a point of concern, because if someone comes to you and is telling you something and then you make up stories and you shut them down, what does that say about you as a person? I even feel like sorry for you, because where's the emotional connection that you can make? Do you know what I mean? I'm using Makeup Revolution C18 to contour with. So that's why I left the group chat. And even, do you know what, how I realised is that after leaving the group chat, none of them have approached me, none of them have messaged me. And I find it so crazy. I feel like it was just sheep mentality from there. Not like, they all have my number, all individually. One of them could have messaged me. The girl who had the event could have messaged me, whatever. The girl I messaged could have messaged me back. Like, it's just like a big situation that I was just not prepared to deal with, because what's the point? But if I'm coming to someone to talk about a situation that's bothered me, and you take it upon yourself to purposely ignore me, but then you're liking my stuff on social media. I'm not saying I don't forgive these people. Forgiveness is like a big thing to me, and 100%. I've gotten to a place in my life where I've, like, you know, easily forgotten about it, and it's not something that's bothering me anymore, as in I don't care for it anymore. But coming from a position that I've never been in before, and in a position where I expected people to behave like adults, it's just a bit like, why would you do that to yourself? I want to talk to you guys about like friendships and support. Listen, I'm not short of friends. I'm really not. I've got a lot of friends at uni, outside of uni. So when I see people who are riding for me, And when I see people who come and support me, I appreciate it. Because you don't have to do that, but you're spending your time to push me because maybe you see something in me and you believe in me. 100% I appreciate it. Just like with, you know, my other friends that do YouTube, I'm in this circle now and I'm in this grind, and I can see how, you know, the effort it takes, because it's not just filming. After filming, I have to come and edit videos. After this, I've got to do that. It's not all, you know, easy being all the time. And I think in the beginning I low-key underestimated it. Like my Q&A video, that video alone took me 8 hours to edit. And I remember finishing editing that video and feeling so accomplished. Like a lot goes into like YouTube and being part of the scene and stuff, and you don't realize it. And I've noticed the people who, throughout this journey, I've noticed the people who have had my back and the people who just haven't. I know the people who push my content and the people who don't push my content. And what's crazy to me is a lot of the people that I'm closest to, a lot of them don't push my content. And I notice, of course I notice. Like, don't think with me it goes unnoticed. I know who pushes my stuff and I know who doesn't push my stuff. And this isn't even me saying this to shame anyone, but it's just like, let's say, you know, by the grace of God in the future, I do grow and I do able to, you know, maybe even do this stuff full time. That's not the time for you to come back and be telling me you want a box of eyelashes or you want a foundation. That's not the time for you to come, because you weren't pushing me from the jump. And I appreciate everyone who, you know, every week when I post videos, so I'm using an eyeshadow I'm using this dark brown here in the Jack and Hill palette so I can contour. And it's mad because I've even got family members, like some of my cousins don't even push my stuff. And it's like, I've seen you, don't worry, I've seen you. Like, and I remember like when because last weekend I went home and I showed my mum my videos and my mum was laughing. Like my mum loved them up, you know. Like she was really loving, like, you know, what I was doing and the content I was pushing out. And it made me feel so proud because I was like, I'm doing something that I like and it's something in my life that's going, you know, like pretty well for me. If I honestly do say so myself. Even people who come and they say, oh, I've watched your videos, they're really good. I appreciate all forms of feedback. People, you know, can give me like areas to improve and stuff. Everything I honestly do appreciate. When people come and talk to me and they come and tell me that they see my videos and stuff, I really do appreciate it, because you don't have to watch me. Like, you really don't. I've got people who I went to school with, who I've not seen in years, who are pushing, you know, my stuff and supporting me and telling me my videos are good. And I honestly, I appreciate the support from everywhere I get it. I'm like, because listen, I've had a lot of change in the past year. I've had a lot of change in the past year. Even in the past 5 years, even before uni. For me, getting into university was of the fact that I got to uni in the first place, I was beyond proud of myself because I didn't think I'd get here. Not because I was like dumb, but because life happened, you know, a lot of things happened while I was doing my A-levels, and then it just left me with a lot of uncertainty. Uni's been a ride. Listen, I've done everything. I've made up. I've had, you know, friends, been in a relationship. I've literally come full cycle. I'm kind of ending uni how I started. This year I've really lived my best life. I've caught flights, I've met lit people who I really want to keep in my life for like as long as I possibly can. I'm just gonna wipe away some of the powder and warm my face up again with NW50. And I've met people who I really... This isn't my brush. Guys, this is my mum's makeup brush. I can't believe she's not noticed that I've taken it. It must have been a mistake because then she grabbed all my brushes like this. I was like, this brush is a bit small to be mine. Yeah, let me use that one. This is mine. They look exactly the same. It's just like a big powder brush. So yeah, and obviously being single again, I'm now back to, you know, how I was in terms of, you know, how I started uni. Because I get more time to myself now, I'm able to develop myself more, and I'm able to do more things that I like and not have to, you know, spend a lot of time with like the same person. So, you know, I get to see my friends a lot more. I never really affected my uni work. I was always able to get my uni work done. This is a darker shade in NW58. It's just for under my cheeks, so I don't have like a crazy cast of colour. I know, I'll look dry as a basket, but don't worry. When I spray this face, you're not even gonna know what hit you. Being single again, it was a weird transition because I was in a relationship for so long, but now I'm back to like my true form. I'm not saying I wasn't in my true form in my relationship, because that's kind of rude, but I'm just back to, you know, being me and learning to love myself and making new friends and building new relationships with other people. It's just fun. And now I can literally give 100. I'm just gonna put some blush. I'm using the same orange I used in the beginning, but I'm gonna brush it away, so it's not gonna be this intense. Don't worry, I'm not crazy. So yeah, and I'm back to, because now my main focus is, you know, uni work, and that aspect is giving me a lot of time to really to myself, and I've learned, you know, self-love again. I found like passions, and it's just been cool, and I get to do what I want without having to think about, oh no, but this person, oh no, but that person. So I'm gonna do lips. It's probably my favorite classic nude combination. Then I'm gonna fill them in with the shade Dubai by Nick. So I'm gonna spray my face with NYX matte finish. Only in the center though. Then I'm gonna get the dewy one. Don't judge. I feel you're judging. I'm just gonna put the dewy one on top. But thank you for tuning into my Get Ready With Me. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Comment down below. For girls, I want to know the order we're doing our makeup in. I want to know if you're a brows first, a brows later type of person. Just interact with me. If there's anything that I've said that you agree with, let me know. If there's anything you said that I don't agree with, also let me know. Don't forget to also share my videos. I'm grateful for the support I've got so far, so let's keep pushing. Next top 500, next top 1,000, then, you know, all the good stuff comes. Thank you again for watching my video, and I will see you next time on my channel. Bye.
I'm in front of me see you panicana. Panerodi hotter than a sauna. Annalisa Daniela Misicala. Bobu girl, bobu said water.